What's good, Raider Nation? Welcome to Woodson Whiskey Wednesday. Spicy Raider Girl here with my boy Chris. We are going to look ahead to this next game. What's good? What's good? Welcome to Woodson Whiskey Wednesday. Spicy Raider Girl here with my boy Chris. We got Mother Moon behind the scenes.
Good evening.
Good evening. Salute, everyone.
Salute.
I got my little Woodson Whiskey concoction here. This new jam Mother Moon's been making with a little orange, what did you do? Did you caramelize it or crystallize it or something? A little crystallized orm, a little cranberry in there. It's delicious.
That looks refreshing.
It is. It actually really, really is. Nice. Well, thanks for tuning in. We are still high off that game, but just like Antonio Pierce says and the Raiders say, it's already moving on to week 17. So we're not going to spend a lot of time recapping the Chiefs game. We're going to go ahead and look ahead to the next game. But while you're in here, of course, remember, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can also become a member if you want to support the channel. You can also hit that super chat button as well. You have a drinking game alert tonight, Chris? What you thinking?
Oh, I would say New Year's Eve celebration.
Ooh.
We're gonna make it long because it's gonna be a New Year's Eve celebration. It's gonna kick some ass.
I hope so. All right. Well, I like it. I like the spirit and the spirit of the holiday and kicking some ass. Every time we say New Year's Eve celebration, you know what to do. And what is up to the chat?
What's up, chat?
Leo, what's good? Raiders, you know that's right. Fish and Game. Juan Hernandez, have you been, my friend? I haven't seen you in here in a while. And of course, this is going to be a call-in show because we want to hear what you have to say. Can you imagine? Could anyone have imagined that the Raiders would be in this position going into week 17? Antonio Pierce keeps building his case to have interim removed from his job title. It was kind of funny. He was asked in his presser. He said, what can you do, to plead your case, if you will, to Mr. Mark Davis? And he said, my resume's on the grass. But in addition, it was funny. He said, what do you want me to do? Drop a shiny new presentation?
I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That was it. That was everything.
He left it on the field.
So the Raiders, of course, are 7-8, and they take on the 8-7 Colts week 17 on this New Year's Eve day. We hope it's a celebration over at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's an away game, of course, we know, but hey, we ruined someone's Christmas. Let's ruin someone's New Year's Eve.
Do it. Let's do it.
Go.
Forget all your New Year's resolutions. Everyone's New Year's resolution. They think they're going to the gym and lose weight for New Year's resolution. You're lying. You're not going to go to the gym. You're not going to lose weight. All y'all's New Year's resolutions are over because the Raiders going to kick some ass.
There you go. Mm-hmm. As we know, the Raiders upset the Kansas City Chiefs 20-14 last week, and they go in as underdogs this week as well. It's crazy. They have virtually gained no respect from the talking heads.
Oh, yeah.
They're all picking them to lose again this week. This time, it's not even as much of a deficit. What was it, 11.5 against the Chiefs? This one, I think, is only at 3, and they're still picking them to lose. I mean, if nothing else, the Raiders are coming off this high, this adrenaline rush. They feeling themselves. They swaggy. I mean, that alone, for me, gives me good vibes. Gives me hope.
I mean, 2 big wins in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the 63-point game, and then you follow that up with beating the big bullies. I mean, they got to give us some respect. But I know in the betting world, the home team usually gets 3 points. So they probably see us as pretty equal, but they give them the 3 points. So whatever.
The points aside, I'm talking about the talking heads not giving any say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of what I'm speaking of. Pierce has led the team to 4 wins and kept them in contention for the AFC West title. My goodness. Does anyone know the last time the Raiders won an AFC title?
What was it, 16?
No,
no.
playoffs.
Oh no, the AFC title. Shit. It had to be
the Raiders haven't won the division since 2002. Yes.
Yeah, 2002.
They went to the Super Bowl. They have
Yeah.
gone to the playoffs only twice since then. And surprisingly to most, including myself, they actually have a chance to do it this season. What do we got to say about that, Chris?
That's that's crazy. That's crazy to think about it. To win the AFC. But I mean, that's just a testament of these guys not giving up, even when a lot of the fan base, wrote them off. These dudes kept believing in themselves, believing in their coach, believe in each other, man. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. That's all I can say. I'm hyped. Let's get it.
Yeah, they're definitely in the meeting of team.
They are.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw something the other day that really was real for me because I feel like Antonio Pierce is what everyone thought Rich Bisaccia was. That's how I feel. Yeah, like he's the real deal. Like what people thought Rich Bisaccia was, that's what AP really is.
No, I don't know about any of that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I kind of agree there. Although he's like 10 times that.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
People thought is that maybe they should have given Bisaccia a chance, but even that was like I feel like a lot of people are on the fence. I don't know. I'll disagree. I'll just say, hey, I'm just agreeing to that.
That game's coming later.
Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks that they're okay. Anywho, it's all good. It's all good. But if we didn't have believers before, as Leo I think said in here, the media is being straight haters. Well, the Raiders did they thing in front of 29 million viewers. Most watched NFL Christmas Day game since 1989. That's 25 million viewers watching Mahomes and Kelsey cry on the field.
And Taylor and all, it was great. It was great. I love
Taylor. I'm gonna give honestly, Taylor's the only one that took it like a woman.
She's like, man up, Travis.
And so and the other one and everyone else crying. Shoot, Taylor's like, come on, what the heck? She goes, shoot. She just sitting there like, please. I cried over worse things than this. Haven't y'all heard any of my music? Shoot,
that girl has thick skin,
right?
Like I got a whole album coming out about this.
Right, for real though. For real though. Let's see. Let's go. Let's read some more of these comments here. What's good, Raphael? Thanks for chiming in. Sam says that Houston playoff game sucked big time. The slowest interception in the history of football thrown by Connor Cook. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? Connor Cook.
That game was tough.
Making the playoffs. Leo says they better learn to respect us. We were also the most watched Thanksgiving game when we played the Cowboys. There you go.
Good point.
Shoot, you're all right.
We're must-watch TV, man. We are.
Let me put the call-up number back in here because, like I said, we want to hear from you. I know everyone has a lot to say in regards to the win last week, but even more so, what can we do moving forward? 2 games left. And, speaking of, we spoke about Antonio Pierce, of course, at the top of the show here, and he got much love and respect from his former teammate, Michael Strahan, saying live, if everybody heard it, on national television, Antonio Pierce, former teammate Michael Strahan, gave his support to the interim Raiders coach. This win today was a statement towards how great he is as a coach and a motivator and a leader of men, which is what he did for the Giants. I mean, whatever you think of Michael Strahan or not, he's a proven winner. These two guys have won a Super Bowl together out in New York. And if you saw Antonio's press conference yesterday, he said like these guys were the dogs on the team, last one in, last one out. Yeah.
No, I mean that's fire. Because one thing about Strahan, everyone talks so highly of him, just as far as being a leader, just being a good teammate, and for him to be able to say these things about AP is big. That's huge. Says a lot about. I haven't heard anything bad about him just from former, coaches. You got the Marvin Lewises of the world, Herm Edwards, that are kind of like his mentor. They love that dude. Everyone's behind him. There's nothing that we've seen that people are no kind of red flags as of yet.
There you go. And we have a caller on the line. We have Leo. What is good, Leo? Tell us, what are you feeling? How are you feeling after that last game? And what is your prediction for the next?
Leo.
he has no receiver, when it was our defense that punched him in the face and made them look like on national television. They need to start respecting the Raiders defense to become Coach AP and Patrick Graham. Boys lit up. And we're going to go into Indianapolis and knock these fools out and get ready for that last game against Denver, bro. I'm getting tired of not even respecting us. I don't know what else they want from us. I get it, our offense isn't what it's supposed to be, but this defense is playing lights out, bro. And you need to start seeing that emergence of Goose and Max have a sidekick, Jack on the backside. Oh man, this defense is lit.
Facts.
We can't say Coach AP doing anything out there with these boys.
Yeah, for sure. I think what you said at the top of the call, you said, Mahomes had a bad game. Like, what did he no, he didn't have a bad game. The Raiders forced a bad game upon him because they played amazing defense. And I think the Gen Stat said something like that boy ran for 1,000 yards. Not like positive yards,
just running away
around, trying to get away from Mad Max and Kuntz and all the other guys. So that is that's not a bad game. That's a great game by the Raiders defense, and that's how it should be reported.
Exactly. And I agree there because, for one, if the Chiefs would have kicked our butts, if Mahomes would have kicked our butt, they wouldn't have said, oh, the Raiders D just had a bad day. They would have been like, no, Mahomes and the Chiefs kicked the Raiders' butt. So, no, we need our love and respect, too.
That's exactly right. And no one even, I didn't even know this because no one speaks of it. Like the amount of interception Mahomes has over the last several games or something is just like astronomical, really. And no one's even talking about it.
Nope.
I don't know how many games they've lost. I think it's the first year they've actually lost 6 games this season with Mahomes,
Yeah, and the first season that, if they do end up making the playoffs, listen, I hope they lose out and the Raiders win out and they can just go away. But, this will be the first season they don't have a home playoff game in the Mahomes era as well.
Yeah, I would love that. Nothing will make me happier than seeing those moves out of this. I can't stand them. All the attention they get with this it's time for them to step off the stage and let us take over again and be all top.
Yeah, most definitely. So do you have any predictions for this next game? The Raiders are going as an underdog, only a 3-point underdog, and nobody is predicting the Raiders to win. What do you think? What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because people think like Gardner Minshew, but he's not Mahomes, but he's similar in a way where he makes plays like the exciting play.
Mm-hmm.
So the defense can take discipline like they did against Kansas City and keep Jonathan Taylor at bay. I don't see us losing this game at all. I don't see them scoring much on us. My thing is we keep focused with the run game. If the O-line is playing good right now, I don't know if JJ comes back. If JJ comes back, then you split it between him and Zeus, get that run game going, and then hopefully we can start getting the passes down the field. Because if we start putting enough points, they score 14, 21 points every game. The Colts ain't going to score that much on us. No way.
Yeah, I think the over-under is at 44 for this week. So, everybody said last week too, though, that's the score line. But if we've known this, I think not only fans, but this season alone, this has probably been the most unpredictable season.
Oh, by sure. Yeah, by far.
Nobody can predict a 63-point game, and nobody followed by a 3-0 game, but a 0-point game. Like, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's all that. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get that done this weekend.
For sure. All right, Leo. Well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate
you, Leo.
You.
Appreciate
it, man. Let's celebrate on New Year's Eve. Was that it?
Yes. New Year's Eve celebration. Salute.
Let's celebrate on New Year's Eve.
Cheers.
All right. Salute. All right. Let's look into the list here as of today for how everyone is standing. We're really late into the season, week 17, of course. Everyone's banged up, right? AP said this. Everyone's banged up. They thought Josh Jacobs was going to play the last game right up until game time. So, he did not participate today. I don't know what that means for next game. They might not know yet either. Mad Max has been on this list for weeks now, and he's still tearing it up. And I don't even know what limited means in the definition of Mad Max. Like, I don't in the dictionary of Mad Max. Like, limited for him probably means
full go for everyone else.
Did he hit the ice bath a little sooner or longer? I mean, I don't even know.
Right.
I think the main one that stands out here, though, is, and maybe you can Google this for me, Chris. Michael Mayer did. He is out. I think they announced that he will be out for the rest of the season. They did sign a tight end today, and it's escaping me who that is. Do you know? Do you happen to know? If not, maybe you can Google that.
Yeah, I did see that.
I believe he came from Pittsburgh. He's played 40 games or something like that. Although he hasn't scored a touchdown, I believe, were part of the stats. So what else do we have here? Of course, Colton Miller. He's been out. So that's kind of how. I mean, nothing has really changed here. Illuminor, of course, got a little knocked around last game. But yeah, that's kind of how we're looking. Like I said, nothing has really changed. Everyone's beat up. Next man up, as they say, right? Including the coach, right? The next man up was even the coach this season. So,
oh yeah. And honestly, I think that I think Colton should be okay for this game. I mean, because he was able to come in a little bit when Jermaine went down, but But I'm concerned. I hope Malcolm Kuntz is okay. Again, he's only limited, so I imagine he will play. But Malcolm Kuntz has just been the shining star. Like he has been really balling. He's been everything that we've needed. Shout out to him. So I hope he keeps playing. Andre James, I have to say, he's struggled a little bit. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with him if they're going to move Parham in the middle and let Andre rest another game or what they're going to do with him, because he didn't have his best game. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, and going back to Colton Miller, if you like you spoke on, we saw him go in when Illuminor went down, and AP said in his presser yesterday that his number wasn't even called.
Right, he just came out there.
He got up off the bench, he grabbed his helmet, and he said, "I got this. I'm the next man up. I'm the captain of this. I'm the leader. I'm one of the leaders of this team. My boy is hurt. He's down, and I'm going in." And AP just said, he just let it happen.
Wow, I love it. I love that.
So, he didn't have to be like, hey, what do they say? You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. He said he stayed ready. Shoot.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
So there's the call number. If you want to call, sound off. Let us know what you think. 510-394-4409. Hit us up.
What do we got going on?
All right, Mother Moon, you ready? You want to play a little game while people call in?
Yeah, let's have you call in. But in the meantime, if you have been here with us before, we are playing Agree or Disagree. And I'm just going to give a fun fact statement. And you're going to just tell me if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
Are you two ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Usually we start off with the best question of the evening.
Jesus.
And we will do the same tonight. The best whiskey on a Wednesday or on any day is Charles Woodson whiskey. Agree
Where is all mine?
or disagree?
Where is all mine?
You drink it, Spicy. You drink it.
I think I need a re-up here. We agree so much that there's not existent at this point.
Exactly.
I'm sure that the panel, the guests all agree.
They all agree.
All agree. Okay, agree or disagree that AP should have let Jack Jones immediately back in the game without giving him a timeout after his temper. Does that make sense?
Wait, say it again.
Wait, say it again.
Should that AP should have let Jack Jones immediately back in the game?
He did.
Do you agree or disagree that he should have, or given him a timeout because he?
But he did.
But do you agree that he should have, or do you
agree that he did?
Do you agree that? Do you get it? Do you agree that he should have? Is the question, or should he have taken him out?
I mean, I would have taken. I don't really know how to answer that, but I would have taken him out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I disagree. I agree that he should have let him in because he gave him a talking to. He knows him well, and I think if it would gone beyond that he would have.
Yeah, I would have taken him out. He seemed like he needed a timeout because, well, and he proved me wrong. He handled himself well. I thought he was going to go in and do something silly.
I did too. But
yeah.
Okay.
But did you see what they did though? They threw his mouthpiece. That's what pissed him off. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even see that until today. I'm like,
I saw him snatch it though.
Yeah, but I guess it fell on the ground or whatever, and then number 3 actually picked it up and threw it. Like, he threw it like down the field, so dude was pissed.
See, that's why you might need a timeout. Someone does that to me, I might not go back out. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, shout out to him. I do like him. After like listening to him being mic'd up and stuff, I'm a fan of him. I'm excited that.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I got to go back and watch that.
Yeah, it wasn't for this game, but it was for last game. He was mic'd up. You could just tell he's a dog. He's a dog. He just has to be reeled in a little bit, and we got the right coach to do it.
All right.
Okay, do you agree or disagree that AOC's gift of cookies to the O-line was an appropriate gift?
Oh, geez. Agree.
Yeah, it's like he would be the one giving cookies.
Agree. He can't afford golf carts. Not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Maybe at some
agree
point.
too. I thought it was great.
I mean, I believe the homie bought a Mazda. Those golf carts might cost more, and I'm not hating on it, but that would be a silly way to spend the money then.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him.
Very economically smart.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Man.
Made with love.
What does the chat say about that? Do they agree?
Looks like they agree.
Corey agrees.
Okay, I'm sure they like the cookies too. The linemen, they enjoy those.
Yeah.
That's okay. True. Do you agree or disagree that Jimmy G should still be benched?
At this point, yeah.
I
mean, there's 2 games left.
Let me see. I think that he should still be benched, but Aiden needs to have a very short leash. Like if he starts this game off like he did against the Vikings and stuff like that, pull him fast because we can't take no chances.
Yeah, I actually don't think it's the last we've seen of Garoppolo, but I don't think that will happen, Chris, because if you look at the completions, it was really up to the defense. I mean, they didn't pull him at the last game. I don't know. I don't see it, but also they didn't have the lead. But no, I at this point you got to stick with them.
Okay.
I mean, my thing with that is, actually, no, we'll talk about it later. Let's finish the game.
Okay, next up, number 5. Do you agree or disagree that Kuntz is a great match with Crosby?
Agree.
I agree too. I'm loving to see those 2 guys working it together.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: Mad Max and Kuntz is taking advantage of what we wish everyone else would have taken advantage of. The fact that Max is getting triple and double teamed and held, that really just puts Kuntz and really anybody else in a one-on-one position where he should be able to beat these guys. So really, I think Kuntz's wife should be making Mad Max cookies. So for freeing him up. Okay.
Good point.
Okay. Let me see. Do we agree AP is our coach? I mean, when I say our coach, I mean
these are too easy, Mother Moon. Let's go.
Right.
Let's make us think a little bit.
Too easy? You all agree? Everybody's agreeing also. Okay. How's this one? Do you think that AOC has shown more power in his throws?
Oh, for sure. He was slinging them He had a couple of good slings the last few games. I would agree.
I agree too. Ooh, some of them are too hot to handle.
Chris is on the fence. I think he's going to hold up the disagree.
I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't like him, so whatever. Pick your poison.
Okay. Do you agree or disagree that Jack Jones did not taunt the kid by snatching the ball back?
He did not.
He did not. Agree that he did not.
He did not disagree. I actually saw it live. There was a man that came from behind the kid, reached his arm in. He was wearing all black, reached over the kid and put his hand like where he was going to hand him the ball. And that's why he took the ball away. And then I saw that right away. The memes were funny. I actually kind of thought the memes were funny. But then I think he came out and said it. And then furthermore, if it was real, the mother of the child came out and said, she understood why, because this man was literally like on top of their backs, trying to get all up in there. So I agreed right when I saw it.
Yeah.
But then it seems like there's stuff to back it up.
Well, if you go back and watch it now, it totally makes sense.
Not now. I saw it live. I thought I saw it live. I thought
we were talking about it at the time. Okay, number 9. Do you agree or disagree that Mahomes was crying way before the game ended?
Oh, for sure.
That is way too easy. You're right, Chris. These are way too easy. Okay, the last one. Do you agree or disagree that there is a chance?
Well, there is a chance. Mathematically speaking.
You say there's still a chance.
There is a chance. All right. Thank you, Mother Moon. That is always a fun game. We mostly agreed on everything this time. But again, when you're winning, I guess it's hard to disagree on things.
Right.
Real quickly, since it is this Woodson Whiskey Wednesday, if you are in the Las Vegas area, I can believe this is next Saturday already. Next Saturday, January 6th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Charles Woodson will be there signing his commemorative bottles. Go ahead, go there, pick them up. With purchase of 2 bottles, you get 1 signed. Unfortunately, he will not be signing anything else except for the bottles. So show up, buy your bottles, get them signed. And this is actually subject to change. As we know, the date for the game has yet to be set. It will likely be on Sunday the 7th. But in an event it's on Saturday the 6th, it could be changed. But show up, come have some whiskey, come hang out with us. Meet Charles Woodson, get a commemorative bottle, and get 1 signed. 1 to drink, 1 to save.
There you go.
Sounds like fun.
Yep. All right. Let me put the call up line again. The call-in number up. If you want to call, please call. I see Lucky in there. Thanks for joining us. I believe he said he wanted to call. So give us a call about the last game and how you feel about the upcoming game. And let's just talk a little bit about the rest of the season. So obviously we have the Colts and then the Broncos. So interesting happenings today in Denver world. They decided to fire their coach. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all paying attention? Just making sure y'all paying attention. They decided to bench their quarterback, Russell Wilson, for the last 2 games. And ironically, starting our previous backup, Mr. Jarrett Stidham. What do we think of this?
For me personally, I think that's crazy of them to do that. To be honest, I think for them to still kind of be in the playoff hunt a little bit.
Well, they are. I mean, they're kind of right there in the same boat.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And for them to,
win the division also.
Yeah, and then for them to, they lost to the Patriots. They shouldn't have lost, but they were on like a 5-game, 6-game winning streak or something.
Right.
Like, I couldn't see doing that. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. It would piss me off if Stiddy is the reason why we don't make the playoffs. Like if everything else falls in place and he's a reason, I would lose it.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
That sounds like something that would happen. Take that back.
I know.
Yeah. Take that back.
Just joking.
Take that back. So rumor has it, and I don't know, who knows what's real, what's not. Rumor has it that the reason why they benched him was because they wanted him to renegotiate his contract because he could potentially get injured and they didn't want to pay him if they get injured. So he didn't want to. So they decided to bench him. That doesn't even sound cool.
No, I don't blame him. I'll tell them screw it. Yeah, F you, whatever.
Like, are you even allowed to do that?
Right. Like
is there no like HR?
Right. Like, well, yeah. Like seriously, like that is crazy. Like, no, we signed a contract. This is what it is.
Yeah. Like, isn't there a word for that? Extortion.
Yeah, right. I mean, that is extortion. Though,
I'm not exactly sure. Like, is there an HR over there? Because wait, what do you want me to do?
Right.
Okay. After everyone thought we done been out of it, like you said, Chris, won a bunch of games and then, of course, played a terrible one, but wow.
Right. That's crazy to me. And like if they do cut him, it's an $85 million dead cap hit. That is ridiculous. Like that is, I can't believe that. I don't know, man. It just blows my mind. $85 million that we're paying you, even while you're not in the building. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Ask Marcus Russell.
Man, no, that's way worse than his. That is ridiculous.
I know. I'm talking about the paying while you're not in the building part.
Oh.
That's all. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Lucky. I'm right there with you. This would be fun. Let's hope our game is NBC Sunday night prime time. That would be fun, and the game actually means something.
Yes.
Well, I think the only way it would be at that time if the game actually means something. So there's that.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, we have agreeing that would be awesome if the game was Sunday night. I would be down for that.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
All right. There's a call number. Like I said, we'll hear from you. We'll go over the playoff scenario again, just in case you missed it. But yeah, call us, interrupt us, tell us what you think. And we'll put up the graphic. I
think Rick should call in. Call in, Rick.
Yeah, Rick, call in. I think so too.
Yeah,
I think
Rick.
Anybody should call in. we went over this yesterday on our take over on 4 Live or Raiders Stories. So, Chris, we'll get your take tonight on the Spicy Shield Talk. What are your predictions, starting from the top to the bottom, how these play out here?
Okay, so I will say that I do think KC is going to win both. I do think that because Trevor Lawrence is hurt. I
mean, again, we're looking at really needing these Tennessee Titans to help us out here.
Yeah. So I'm about to say I could see Jaguars losing one of those. So I could see the Titans winning. I don't think I think the Bills are in because they'll win. They'll beat the Patriots. We'll beat the Colts, so they're out. I do see Tennessee losing one of those games.
Texans?
Yeah, why do I keep doing that? Yeah, the Texans. I can see the Texans losing one game to Tennessee. Steelers will lose to the Ravens. And the Bengals will lose to I think the Bengals will lose both of those games. So is that 4? So we need 4 or 7 to happen. So
I lost count. So no, you said yes. I think you had 4 in there, barely.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm comfortable saying because the Jaguars I didn't know about, but I'm comfortable saying the Colts, the Texans, the Steelers, and Bengals. I think those 4. Those 4 will happen, and then we'll win out.
Okay. All right.
So we're in there.
We're in
there. You heard it here first. Let's go.
Yeah. At this point, man, I want it all now. You know, I was on the fence, but now I want it. I'll be so.
Now you're in. You're in now.
Well, I would be more because it's like you're right there. You know, I would be more disappointed at this point than honestly if it happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But it is fun. Like I've always said, that's why I started scoreboard watch. I started scoreboard watching about 4 weeks ago because for me, that's what makes it fun is these scenarios. Otherwise, you kind of just like, you know, playing for what? And the Raiders had a lot of help last week, a lot of help in this AFC playoff scenario. And let's just hope that the Raiders can get it again. But of course, the most important thing, winning those 2 games. And the Raiders always have to make it hard on themselves. Put themselves in a position every single season. They can't beat the Bears. They can't beat the Vikings. Come on, why are we even looking at this?
Right, exactly. We should be one of the teams at the top where people hope we lose to get in. Like we should be solidified.
But I like that the Chiefs are in this, and you know they're not dominating. You know, I've been saying this about Mahomes for several years now, and I'm glad it's finally happening. That the other teams were going to start to pick up on all that BS, all that running around, slinging around nonsense. You know, nothing lasts forever, and maybe we are seeing the demise of this franchise here. You know, they've had a great run. They are still reigning champions, but we've seen them kind of falter this year. Kelsey is not performing as well. What was the stat on him? 1 touchdown in the last how many games?
Yeah, he's been ice cold.
Yeah,
ice cold.
Nothing.
And plus, he just doesn't seem happy. I mean,
because nobody's like they're losing, and he's not touchdowns. Of course, he's not happy.
Yeah, it's like the only time you see him smile is in them damn commercials.
Yeah, well, that could be another thing too. You know, when there's a lot going on around him. There are a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
With during the season, you know. But I mean, this is not his fault. But his whole personal life is blasted everywhere constantly. You know, but because of that, he's benefited because you know the advertisements are off the hook. But that takes time too.
Oh, yeah.
Learning lines, being on set, all this kind of stuff. Because some of these are new. I don't think all of these were filmed before the season. And then, of course, you know, he has the podcast. We know doing a podcast, how much preparation and time it takes to sit here and do it, to prep for it, all that kind of stuff. So that, you know, that's just another thing. Maybe he has too much going on. Maybe he's spread too thin. And we thank him for that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think Chris has this like crush on Taylor. I'm just gonna say you seem to bring her up a lot.
I do bring her up
That's
a lot.
Right.
You do bring her up a lot. It's okay.
I don't have a crush on Taylor. I don't.
Okay, well, what's your favorite song?
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. I'm just.
I don't like Taylor Swift. Damn
I'm just picking up on cues, and it's okay. You know, it's okay.
No. Now, if it was like Beyonce or somebody, you know, there we go.
All right. Well, there are your playoff scenarios. Of course, the most important one is just win out. And yeah, like I said, come on, callers. If you want to call in. Let us know what you're thinking. I think one thing is for certain, though, and I think we saw it here. Someone made a comment about AOC's performance. I'll try to find it. I think the comment basically said, I think they said they don't think he's on target.
Oh, okay.
And I think we saw some of that. I mean, I think we probably were talking about him slinging the ball. You know, I would say it's like 50-50 in terms of drop passes and things like that. I mean, he did throw some passes behind and whatnot. But I mean, if you look, there were drops too, and I guess we expect someone like Devontae Adams just to catch everything, you know, that's in his reach. So maybe our expectations are a little too high there. But I mean, that stat is huge. No completions after the first quarter, and I think that's a big deal.
That is ridiculous. Honestly, I think he was like about to beat Jamarcus Russell's record. Like that's ridiculous that you're about to beat a Jamarcus Russell record for the most incompletions in a row. Unbelievable.
All right. Our phone system is down. We have 6 missed calls.
Oh wow.
That's my fault. Sorry. I had no idea.
Hang on. We're getting there. Hello, caller. Can you hear us?
Yeah, what you guys doing?
Hey, who do we got on the line here?
Is that Mother Moon?
This is Mother Moon. We have Spicy Red. Who's this?
This is Raider Rick, 808.
Hey,
Rick.
Good.
What's up, Rick?
What's up, Rick? Thanks for calling in. So tell us, what are your thoughts on this Woods and Whiskey Wednesday?
Well, I ran out of Woods and Whiskey, but I think
real quick, Rick. Sorry, real quick. Can you shut? I hear me in the background. Can you put me on mute if you're watching?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then tell us what you think.
I hear you.
He's out of Woods and Whiskey for one.
Oh, okay. He's out of Woods and Whiskey. That's okay because I chatted with him earlier, and I'm going to get some next week.
Hey, no worries.
And we're going to get you some.
Appreciate
we're all
you guys.
out. It's the colors. It's the end of the season. Empty bottles around here. What can I say?
Brother Chris, I got mine right here. I got like a few drops.
hey, got to make the most of that, man. Got to make the most of it.
Okay, wet my lips. Hey, what a game, though, right? How about that defense?
Yeah, how about that defense?
Unbelievable. Four defensive touchdowns in 2 weeks, man. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, man. Those back-to-back defensive TDs with 7 seconds. Man, I was
I could hear Raider Nation on the mainland cheer.
Yeah, and that is an astronomical stat, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this defense. Patrick Graham's doing a great job. AP, our head coach, interim head coach, he was a linebacker coach. So he's got that defense. They're all in. Yeah. And moving guys around, like you guys mentioned earlier, you alluded earlier about Coons, and Angela hit the nail right on the head. They double teaming, Matt. It's going to open up. It should open up for someone else to get some looks and get some sacks or tackles for loss.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely stepped up. That's a lot of guys on Max, and I don't know if everybody else noticed, but I certainly noticed that they were focusing so much on Max. It gave guys opportunity to make an impact, and they took advantage of it. Good for them.
They did.
Yep. I like that stat right there. When I know that Chicago game, it was just terrible, and there was a lot of firsts for Chicago. We had a lot of laughs in that game, but this game we heard a lot of firsts for Raiders, and that's good news.
Yep.
In a game. So yeah, I agree. Keep AP, give him a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal with structure to where if it doesn't work out, but if they can talk him to stay with the team, if they're going to get a head coach, no trinket, keep him on the team. And there's a spot. You guys heard the new spot that's going to be up in the organization. That's probably going to be for Gruden.
Wait, what?
What new spot? Wait a minute.
They said they're going to open up a new organization spot. So, like right now, we have Rob Ryan is our advisory, right? He's our advisor. So I can see that happening, but he's not going to be able to
no way
draft anybody or anything like that.
No way. Okay, first of all,
I heard that. I mean, I could be wrong, but
first of all, I hope you're wrong, and I never want to see John Gruden in Las Vegas ever again. And second of all, I can't imagine how that would work with AP or any coach really, but AP especially with this. With this new vibe and everything, it's like you're dating it. It's like you're dating somebody new and you're inviting the ex around. What the hell? No, man, we good.
You're like, please, it's out there. He's meeting with Mark and stuff. So I don't know if that has to do with his case going forward and whatnot, because that's basically him versus the NFL. It has nothing to do with the Raiders anymore. It never did, right? It never did. But I'd like to keep AP on. Patrick Graham, that's the they keep him, then they don't have to clean house or nothing like that. So we're focused on keeping Champ Kelly, and then we can go from there. That's the key right there is Champ Kelly.
We'll see what happens.
If they let go a head coach, a general manager, normally it's a complete clean house, and that's what we don't need right now. We got all this momentum, even if unfortunately we lose a game, we're out. But we're in a position that we could actually it's not in our hands, but we're right there. It's win 2 games and see what happens.
Right. It's true.
Right.
It's very doable.
Yeah, and I will say for this, I don't see anything as a package deal. I think this is such a unique situation, and everything that the Raiders have gone through and the amount of coaches they've gone through in the past couple years. What are they on, like 5 now or something? I lost count. Who cares? But I don't see AP, Champ, Hardigree, and AOC, which are kind of everyone has their own opinion if they're on the fence or not. There's interim here and there. I think each case is going to be an individual case. I don't really see any package deal.
Right.
I agree. I think for Hardigree, he can go back to being assistant or whatever, but he'll probably be let go. So let's say if Champ Kelly stays, then there's going to be some coaches that stay. And if AP knew going in that, hey, man, this is an interim thing. Would you stay if something happens? He'll go back to line, give him a raise or something, keep him on the team. He wanted to be a Raider. He said it. And, it's not taking 2 steps back because he's filling in. But if he gets us into the playoffs, you gotta consider that. It's definitely on the table right now with just the energy in the locker room.
Yeah.
And we all know that's a key moving forward, right?
Totally.
We agree on that.
Yeah, we definitely agree on that. And I say don't bring anything in to mess that up. And, you know, I think if Antonio Pierce does get the job, he'll be the one to clean house. He's going to be
let
the
him
one.
do it.
Yeah, he's going to be the one to bring in the guys he wants to work with and things of that nature. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with, nor should it have anything to do with, you know, anyone sitting up there in the office.
Yeah.
I agree.
So what's your folks' opinion on, so we did talk about it the last couple of weeks. I've been talking about it all year. I knew that, you know, we got that 4th rounder, AOC 4. He's a rookie. Rookies make mistakes, etc. But we can see that they knew going in, even at Purdue, with his long, you know, the long ball is never accurate. It hasn't been. You hoping that he can learn that. So he's working with Hoyer, Garoppolo, and their quarterback coach. I mean, their quarterback coach. So it still hasn't got there. I know he's a rookie, but I'm looking at someone get him in the. We're not going to give up the farm for one of these top, you know, 5 quarterbacks, but get someone in that can bring competition to the table, you know, next year, because Hoyer's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Garoppolo could be let go and we just eat some money.
Right.
Or you keep Garoppolo as a backup, or let him compete, let the 3 compete, because we're going to pay him no matter what, because he moved his contract. He redid his contract and put all that money, that guaranteed money on next year's deal, you know,
right.
on 24. So he's going to get paid no matter what. What's your thoughts about that?
So what was the question exactly? Sorry, I got lost there in the middle.
We're going to draft another quarterback. We won't give up the farm for one of the top 5.
Oh yeah, they're certainly not going to give up anything, and nor do I think they should. I mean, they have a great core here, I think, and we think that every year.
Yeah.
Jeez, but honestly, there really is a good core there, especially on defense. Finally, and I just think that this is something that the Raiders really, really need to make a priority and build on, is keeping this core together, keeping the vibe going, the momentum going, the attitude going, the passion going. And I don't think that they should do too much, if anything, to disrupt that. I think that if anything, they should bring in things that will complement what's already going on. And so all I can say is I hope that happens. And yeah, bringing in a quarterback, they need to. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Hoyer's gone. They need a quarterback anyway. So yeah, bring in somebody who's going to, hey, even throw Jimmy G back in there. You know what I mean? The 3 of them can dog it out.
Yeah.
All 3 of them can dog it out.
Like Jimmy G, he just wasn't working out. That O-line we were having problems with the right tackle. We know the front, Andre James was hurt. I mean, he's doing a great job against the run, but you know, Elmore that game stepped up. So we need depth. We know we need a right tackle. We need some beef on the line. We'll see what happens in free agency, and then that will dictate what we do in the draft, right? Every year that happens. You see what's out there in free agency, so much money you got to spend. We do have some money on the table. We are going to pay Jimmy G, so we might as well keep him.
Right.
He's a good locker guy too, you know?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of haters out there. I'm not a hater. I'm just a Raider.
Raiders.
And plus, I want to just give a shout out to you folks, man. Hey, Chris, I didn't get to see you in Miami, but we'll see you either. I might be going to Denver by myself, but I don't know. We're going to find out. It'll be like a fast trip for me, but it's still, you know, we got an extra 5-hour, 6-hour flight just to a leg. If it's a straight flight, it's an 8.5-hour flight, but we'll see what that happens. If not, we'll be on one of the events coming this off season. 1 or 2 events. We'll see how that goes. It's always costs money, right? And
yeah, for sure.
You know, Jen got 2 jobs. I got 3 jobs now.
We'll definitely link up, man. We'll definitely do
up to you. I wrote it down. It's just we've been so busy, but I just want to give a shout out to you guys' show. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Dialogue, everything, commentation, everything. So, as we say, since New Year's is coming up, Haoli Makahiki Ho.
Hey, I like that.
There we go.
To you as well. All right, thanks for calling in, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it, man. Take care.
Y'all take care.
All right, take care. Thanks for calling.
Hello.
All right. Good stuff there from Rick. Oh, we got another caller here. Oh, good. I'm glad. Okay, hold on. We got a call. We got a call from Lucky here. What is good, Lucky?
Lucky.
Thanks for calling. Do me a favor, Lucky. If you call in, please turn us off in the background. Don't turn us off. I take that back. Just put us on mute.
Need them watch hours.
Thank you. All right. I'm glad you called in because I saw this comment up here, and I'm going to make fun of you just a little bit because, I know you, but I respect everyone's opinion in here, even when they're high. He wants to bring in Russell Wilson. Explain yourself, please.
I have flashbacks today. First of all, say hello to Angela and Chris. I'm welcoming to the Raider family podcast here. I'm up for Raider Fan of the Year.
Yes. Woo! Make sure you vote.
You got to keep section 121 because they're going to announce the end. So be there.
I'll be there. I'm going to come find you.
Yeah. Anyways, I had flashbacks today what happened to Carr last year. It was like a reincarnation. Tell me it happened to you guys.
No, I definitely don't care that much about Russell Wilson to have any sort of feeling. And I was actually glad that they benched Carr. So I think we're in different boats. But tell me.
I think Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Carr. I mean, I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. And once again, it was just, Sean Payton didn't get along with Russell Wilson. But I think AP will let him do his thing. What do you guys think? we need talent. We don't have time to get somebody ready and wait a couple more years. Russell Wilson come right in with that defense we got. I mean, we can do some damage next year.
Chris, am I the only one that thinks this is insanity?
So I would devil's advocate. For a second I thought too that Russell wouldn't be a bad idea if he was somewhat cheap, because I get what Lucky's saying. We have a great defense. We almost can be to the point where we just need a game manager. And honestly, and that's why I think someone like Jimmy G would be okay, because Jimmy G has already shown that he can be with a team that has a good defense and has some weapons on offense and win games with them. That's all we need at this point. We need a good game manager, someone that can at least score points. I don't think Aiden can do that. I mean, he's already shown. I mean, he might develop into that one day, but what I saw at the Vikings game and then what I saw this KC game, I've seen enough. Like, I don't even want to risk potentially losing these next couple games. If he starts off bad, pull him. He needs to have a short leash. But I get what you're saying, Lucky. I mean, I'm not totally against it. That's not my number one choice. The more we win, I actually have an appetite for Justin Fields. And I thought that was crazy a few weeks ago. But the more we win, the more that makes sense for me. Because I think he'll be a lot cheaper. But I get what you're saying, Lucky. So I know a lot of people going to think you're crazy. And even in my mind, I'm like, could I do Russell Wilson? And then I'm like, okay, no. But then I'm like, he could manage a game. He could. So I don't know. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Go ahead, Spice.
No thanks. No thanks. Yeah, good. Lucky, do you have anything to say to Chris's? He's agreeing with you, right?
Well, yeah, he knows about football. I mean, the thing is that Russell Wilson has still not had a great year. And I think with the right coaching, once again, I think Sean Payton's kind of like a Josh McDaniels, just kind of it's my way or the highway. I think AP will let him do his thing with the right coordinator. It's got to be the right offensive coordinator. I
just think it's too risky. He's too pricey. It's too much of a chance thing. He's an older guy. He's on his way out. He hasn't proven to be consistent this year. That's just too way. He's going to have to vibe with everybody. It's just way too much, I think, for the Raiders to take on. I just don't think it's a good fit.
I don't think he'll be that pricey. He's already got $85 million coming from the Broncos anyway, regardless of what he does. I mean, I don't think he'll be that pricey. I mean, honestly, get him for somewhat cheap.
I think he'll take a pay cut. You know, his wife's in the entertainment business for Las Vegas. I can see Sierra. I think they can make it a nice home in Las Vegas while she does her thing and he can do his thing and win us a couple Super Bowls.
Wow. I just don't really know what to say, Lucky.
With a name like Lucky.
I get you, Lucky. I get you, man. I get you. I see where you're coming from.
All right. Hey, that's his opinion. I'm glad he called in. I'm glad he's giving his opinion. I definitely did not have any sort of feeling like that when I heard the news. I was surprised, but there was not 1 ounce of me that thought, oh, hey, this is somebody the Raiders should go pick up.
Well, like I said, I have nothing against AOC, but like I said, if we don't go after Russell Wilson, then we got to go after one of the star college quarterbacks. It's either Caleb or
right. It is all a risk. I would take that risk though over the other personally.
Yeah, if they're available.
Right. I mean, because all the points that like Chris said about, and maybe both of you, said about Russell Wilson, really we have that in Jimmy G.
No, I agree, but Russell's played more big time ball. Russell can move. He doesn't get hurt as much. But again, it comes down to price. So I'm not paying. I wouldn't pay Russell that much. But if I can get him for a fair deal, because at least we all know if Russell or if Jimmy G gets hit, we're all scared that he won't get up. At least Russell's somewhat tough. He doesn't miss games. I don't know.
All right. Fair enough. Well, Lucky, thank you for calling. And, voting is closed, so we cannot vote for him any longer. But we wish you all of the luck in the universe that you have already won. They just have not announced it yet. And we will be there to cheer you on at the end of the first quarter of the Broncos game. And hopefully we will see you up there on that big screen celebrating your victory, my friend.
Good luck, Lucky.
Right on. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Thanks, Lucky. All right, everyone. Well, that is our show for tonight. Hopefully we have a New Year's Eve celebration in the horizon. And if you're following us tonight, that was our drinking game. So let's look forward to popping some champagne and starting the new year with a W and looking into this last game of the season, hopefully either with a playoff run or an AFC championship to grab. All right.
Uh-oh.
Well, we do have to run. We have to cut it today. Who we got, Mother Moon? Let me see. We have time.
Not sure who that is.
I might have signed out of it. Try giving us a call next week. We do have to run. We all earn our time. But thank you. We appreciate you. And Raider Nation, we go out one way and only one way. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you haven't already, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel for Life Our Raider Story. And then once you've done that, head over to Protect the Shield and subscribe to his channel as well. We will see you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we'll be on Chris's channel, Protect the Shield. Make sure to find us over there for our season finale. Good night, y'all.